Happy Friday, warriors. I hope you're having an awesome summer and enjoying the joys of this time of year. Perhaps you are going on more family vacations, enjoying hanging out in your favorite park, or even going to the farmers markets in your community. I've recently returned from a trip to Boise, Idaho, and was inspired to discuss this topic about healing ourselves with identifying our feelings. Today, I will be discussing the importance of identifying and giving space to all of your feelings, which can obviously fluctuate throughout the day. In the early stages of healing from my stroke, I was feeling a lot of physical and emotional pain. I also was feeling very tired, almost like I suspected it would feel like to be hit by a train or an 18-wheeler and actually survive. I felt sad and depressed as my body had changed and the chronic headaches and jaw pains consumed a lot of my waking hours and nighttime awakenings. I also felt very confused as it took a while for me to fully comprehend what had happened to me. I heard the term ruptured brain aneurysm while I was in the ICU recovering, and this message of being lucky to be alive from my neurosurgeon, family, and friends. I felt a lot of mixed feelings. Sometimes I would have what is called survivor's guilt, and this could spiral me into anxiety and depression in a matter of moments. Why did I live when most die before even reaching the emergency department nearby? As my strength increased and I was able to walk around, I noticed that my vision in my left eye was blurrier than before. I went to my local eye doctor and had an eye exam and was told that my left eye needed a stronger prescription now. This was another real shift I realized that troubled me. I was angry. Even my mouth and my ability to chew normally had been impacted, mostly the left side of my mouth. What else was to change? I thought to myself. I still fight the inner demons daily. My energy levels wax and wane from day to day, and I must pay attention to how I feel to determine what I can participate in each day. Some days I just want to sleep and I don't have the energy to get dressed or go anywhere. I don't feel bad anymore when I must cancel or reschedule plans, but in the beginning, it made me feel like a total loser. That my words were no good. It wasn't due to laziness, although this is another adjective that will surface in my mind when I know I just can't show up. I'm not lazy, but anyone not understanding the long-term impacts of a stroke would think I was just dropping out because of lack of interest or lack of commitment or care. Healing your mind requires an awareness to the feelings you're experiencing and identifying what is triggering these feelings. Sometimes it's as simple as you need to take a break, drink some water, unplug from sensory input, and shut yourself in a room alone to focus on your breathing. Sometimes the feelings are mixed and it takes a bit longer to figure out what has caused these emotions to surface. These are the times that I ask myself, why are you upset? Or what is causing you to feel anxious? It can be a simple reason or it could be more complex, and it may take some time to point out the trigger. Feelings like physical pain or fear are often signs of real danger in which your flight or flight response may kick in. In these cases, actions may forgo waiting to see if these emotions are actually fleeting. Here are some ideas that I use to identify my emotions and break free from being in my mind and head so I can heal from the past. First, meditate or pray. Sometimes taking a few minutes to either meditate or pray can shift your feelings of anxiety, sadness, anger, or pain. I use the Calm app twice a day often and listen to 10-minute meditations, which seems to ease the negative emotions for me when I invest time in myself. 2, journaling. I have multiple spiral notebooks throughout my home, in my car, next to my bed, that I will jot feelings, thoughts, or ideas into. I find that writing out the thoughts in my head often releases the power of these feelings and transfers these outside of my healing mind. 3, daily exercise. I notice that on days that I do not get in a walk or some 10 to 15 minute exercise, my emotions tend to be more negative and intense. Even on days that I don't have a lot of energy to spend, I try and move around and find that my bad emotions either go away or lose their intensity. 4, a gratitude list. This may sound trivial, but it has proved to be extremely helpful for my healing brain to write out a short list of everything I'm grateful for in my life. If this is a foreign concept to you, try and make a short list of maybe 3 things that you're grateful for. You could also commit to reading this list each day and then adding more to the list as you are aware of these positive aspects of your own life. 5, identify your emotions throughout the day and take notes of what these feelings are and why you think you are feeling this way. If you don't know, put a question mark beside the feeling and try to meditate, pray, journal, get exercise, or write a gratitude list. The answer will eventually come to you. 6, distraction. Using this method often can diffuse the intensity of strong negative emotions by putting your energy into something productive and concrete. I find when I set a timer for 5 minutes and go do household activities, when the timer rings, my emotion isn't as raw and intense. Coloring or drawing or doing creative things is also another way to cope with your feelings. 7, talk about your feelings. So many of us were raised in environments that didn't tolerate or allow any negative emotions or outbursts. It may feel strange to identify and share your feelings with family or friends, but this can help heal your mind to release this truth into your life. I also highly recommend counseling or someone that you can confide in that's a third party. In closing, I would like to share a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist monk. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, Brave Healing Warrior. And as always, rock on, warriors. Take care.